Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. Stephanie has a habit of poking the bear and then Cynthia playing victim. And in this episode, between this episode yesterday, particularly this episode, you can clearly see that she has no problem going after a sociopath again and then playing the victim. Remember the last time that she actually did that in a dark alley and then she wound up getting shot and her husband shot for her troubles? And now she decides to come to this chick's place and punches her in the face. By the way, this is the second time she assaulted her. Just want to throw that in there. And why did this happen? All because her kids decided to go to the restaurant when she was working. Okay? Stephanie got all worked up until a point when she banged on the door, barged on in, and then assaulted her, right? So now you got Finn and Deacons that they're trying to, break them up or whatever. And Sheila Smith telling Finn, hey, listen, she came to my place of work. She's the one that put hands on me. She's the one that sat there and said, I'm better off dead. Like, what you gotta say about that? And it almost seemed like Finn was literally sitting there scrambling. You know how sometimes you're waiting for your computer to work or whatever, and you get that little circle thing? That's what I saw on Finn's head. You know what Finn said? Well, you shot her first. Bro, are you that afraid of your wife? Where you can't literally sit there and be like, yeah, baby, yeah. she does got a point. I mean, yeah, she is a resident sociopath, but she got a point at this point. You could even sit there and say anything. I mean, you would have been better off saying nothing. All he said was, "Stay away from my family." What the? You're in her house. I mean, you're in like her living space, and you're telling her to stay away from my family. When you have your crazy ass deranged wife just assaulted her? I don't know what it is about some men when they get married. It's just like they just hand the balls to the wives, and it's just like, hey, you can just do what you want with them. I don't need them anymore. I mean, I'll trade in my sports car for a minivan, and night out with the guys, poker night. No, get that. I don't need that out there. And you wonder why some men have these so-called midlife crises. Um, Anyway, they go back to the place. They go back to their place, and the only thing that Finn said was, "Did you really sit there and tell her that she's better off dead?" So we just gonna sit there and act like the assault, or the fact that she's in her place, that she's in her living space. We're just gonna we're just gonna ignore that. The big thing you should really be on, not the fact that he wants her dead, which is concerning, yes, but there's a bigger picture. You're just glancing over. So they talk it out for a little bit, and Finn goes back to the hospital. Meanwhile, you got Deacon trying to calm her down, trying to calm down Sheila and making sure, okay, this chick was good. Now she's about to snap. And I got to make sure that doesn't happen. So he tries to calm her down. He's like, hey, listen, I get it. You and your feelings. You're upset. You have your right to be upset, but I need you to calm down. I need you to not do anything stupid. You do understand that if you go out to Steffi, that's just going to drive a wedge between you and Finn. Finn is always going to sit there and defend his wife. Even when she's clearly wrong, he's going to defend her. So you don't want to do that. And, he realized something's going on at the restaurant, so he's like, hey, listen, I got to go. But you're going to be all right, right? You're not going to do anything stupid, right? Like you're not going to sit there and kill anyone, right? Could we pinky swear on that? Okay, we are, right? So he leaves. He comes back, and she's not there. This is after she breaks more furniture. He comes back, and it's like, oh, wonder where you went. My whole thing was like, okay, Steffi just came in and assaulted her. You might want to sit there and try her place first. And that's literally what happens. Finn leaves, and Steffi starts hearing a bunch of noise outside. And she locks all the doors. And I'm like, yep, that's right. My girl Cheryl is putting your ass on notice. She's there with some sort of fish thing or whatever, fishnet mask or whatever, and she's pretty much like, yo, listen, Steffi's gonna die tonight. Steffi is going to die tonight. And Hope is being self-centered and thinking about herself and saying that my daddy should choose me over Sheila. And, Sheila's a sociopath, and Sheila says she's never going to change. I mean, Sheila says she's going to change, but she doesn't. I'm like, you're kind of banging a former sociopath yourself, but okay. Hey, just for shits and giggles. This guy also sit there and say he was going to change, and he kept doing things to show that he wasn't changing, but he's just on a more longer stretch of not doing anything crazy. I just want to, keep school. I mean, it's just amazing that she's sitting there talking about, oh, well, she can't be around a kid. I get the Sheila part. But that doesn't mean that you can't sit there and see your dad or whatever. But you're basically sitting there giving them an ultimatum, and I'm like, you're dating a former sociopath. So you don't really exactly have a lot of room to judge. But that's literally what she does. Well, most of it. Oh, I wish you would choose me instead of her. It's just like, get over yourself. By the way, there's something knocking boots on Eric's desk. Like, God damn. I mean, this man just literally came back from the dead, and y'all just knocking boots on his desk. Like, really? I mean, I would sit there and say maybe he can go in Thomas's office, but Thomas shares that with Zende. I just got to disinfect the whole place every time that somebody comes in. I feel like if I worked at Forrester, I would have to sit there and disinfect everything. I'll have to disinfect the damn pens at this point. I don't know what the hell they're doing with that stuff. Um, yeah, she just whines about, take her over me, blah, 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 the usual hope stuff. Um, like I said, Steffi kept poking the bear, and when the bear decides to attack, she's like, oh no, I can't believe you're doing this to me. You said that you changed. Why'd you snap now? And all these other dumbass questions you're going to be sitting there asking, and I'm just going to be, well, hopefully I'll have a good snack that I can sit there and just kind of sit back and be like, this is good. This is the good part. Um, yeah, I feel like I missed some stuff here and there, but I feel like that's the gist of it. As I always sit there and say, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and the Beautiful, and Young and the Restless, because I got my thoughts on that too. I didn't do a review on it, but we're going to talk about that stuff tonight. Yeah, with that being said, I'm going to go. I'll see you in the next video.